So I'm gonna make a recording, another ramble of mine. I don't know if it'll make sense. I'm gonna try to piece everything together as graciously as possible. Somebody left a comment saying, do we need anyone? Do INFJs need anyone? I think, even though it seems like we are alone most of the time, we are definitely an integral part of creation. And we are a component that is necessary for all of this to exist, you know? The only thing I can think about, or the only thing that comes to mind that can explain our misunderstanding and inability to accept what's going on is because we have these expectations and it's not in alignment with reality. What do I mean by this? I mean, we are idealists. We have visionaries. We are, expect things to be a certain way, but it's not lining up with what's really happening right now, right? So we have a tendency to get really disappointed, and in our disappointment, suffering occurs, and we crucify ourselves for being who we are. And I think we have access to all these abilities, but because we are wired so differently and we can't make the connections that we seek, we think that our abilities are a curse. Well, what is a curse? A curse is basically a blessing on the opposing spectrum of it, right? I guess it just depends on how you're looking at things and your perception. I think because we deny the reality of what is happening right now, because it's not in alignment with our vision or our expectations, we suffer a lot. To some extent, I believe through social conditioning, we have made an agreement to ourselves that relationships are supposed to be a certain way. We are supposed to be a certain way. Instead of accepting who we are, just as we are. You know what I mean? And to be honest, I feel like we make up such a small percentage of the population. It's really hard for us to really find anyone to I don't know, relate to us, see the world the way we see it. And it's not good or bad, right or wrong, but we're not taught these things in school, and I think we have the ability to access the physical and spiritual realms of existence, however you want to label it. And we are conduits. We are here to transmute energy. We are here to raise a level of consciousness. We are here to garner and bring heaven on earth. We're conduits. And conduits don't how do you say, function the way everyone else functions. It's a challenging task. It's a lonely path, but we've chosen to undertake this so that we can evolve ourselves and we can evolve everyone and everything around us. This takes a lot of hard work and resilience and diligence and courage and strength and determination, and we've chosen to do this, not only for ourselves but for others. We can sense when we are encountering something that is inauthentic. We can sense when something is outdated, and we have the ability to see these things, and we have the ability to influence the people around us so that we can evolve the consciousness of humanity. And yeah, it's a lonely path, but like I said, we chose to undertake it, and with great power comes great responsibility, and that's what we would like to gift everyone in the world, right? And it's not fun, and we're not playing, and we're not socializing, because it takes a extreme amount of energy to process this stuff, you know? I think part of the reasons why, like, relationships don't last with us, there's a number of reasons, but the first reason that comes to mind is that, again, going back to our choice to choose a higher and nobler path, that's a trade-off, right? In order to know the divine, we've had to sacrifice a lot of relationships. I think relationships are, it's a two-edged sword. Relationships are here to help you to grow and evolve, but it's also has the ability to keep you in place and make you lose yourself, lose your sense of self. Anyhow, I think we are the oracles and the shamans, you know, leaders showing the way showers, the seers. And our expectation doesn't align with the reality of the situation, so we crucify ourselves for being who we are. And who are we? We like challenges. We like taking the hard way instead of the easy way. We want to put in the work in order to advance not only ourselves but everyone else. And like I said, it's a bunch of trade-offs, and our denial of the reality of the situation is what creates a lot of our suffering. You know what I mean? I don't know if I made sense, but blessings to one and all. Amen.